Welcome to What the F***, where your brain cells go for euthanasia. For a preview of tonight's show, we join Timothy Walton in our legal department. Timothy, tell me, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Jim, this episode presents some sticky issues. Scientists are growing human organs in the lab. If they can grow penises, it might save one man's arm and another man's marriage. Those men who actually already have penises may be surprised to learn that at least one woman is only interested in dinner. Back to you, Jim.
All right, Timothy, thank you. We'll join you at the end of the show. Hey, they're hotter than Hollywood's hottest celebrities. Well, but enough about Hollywood's hottest celebrities set on fire. Let's meet tonight's panel, shall we? In the far chair, she's cuter than a baby bunny being eaten by a tiger cub. It's library worker Jenna Christ. In the middle chair, it's project manager Kate Swanson. She's so charming that jewelers now sell bracelets with tiny versions of her face on them. In between them, it's attorney at law Alex Clark. If legal precedent was a towel rod, plumbers would nail him in the bathroom. And next to me, it's actor Ian Cray Rudin. If Killer Auditions was a hard hat, OSHA would require every man to stick their head inside of him just to be safe. Issue number 1. On a whim, can you make a new limb? Science fiction is closer to becoming science fact. Researchers have grown artificial tear ducts, windpipes, arteries, and noses, and now want to go for the ultimate human replacement part, the heart. The payoff could be huge, both medically and financially, because so many people around the world suffer from heart disease. A multi-billion-dollar market to develop for heart parts that could repair diseased hearts and clogged arteries. And since the replacement parts are made from the patient's own cells, rejection is not a concern as it is for donated organs. That's what women tell me when I try to donate my organ to them. Anyways, so who could use some new body parts? This guy. Yeah, I think that's the new lead actor for Face Off 2. Dancing your face off. Okay. Anyways, so Jenna, looking forward to this or feeling dread, replacing parts with surgery?
It's amazing. Like, they just grow you a new heart of your own, or organ, or ear, or... It's awesome. We're in the future.
Okay, and you're looking forward to it?
Sci-fi is now.
You're looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Can you think of any possible drawbacks to this?
No.
You can't? All right, okay.
I mean, we don't have to like harvest organs from other people and have someone be on drugs for like all their life so that they don't reject these organs. I mean, unless they like make them defective or something. It's fantastic.
Any parts you'd replace right now?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. How about you, Kate? You looking forward to this? Something to look forward to or something to be somewhat cautious about?
I think it's a great idea. Why? You know, you don't have to wait for someone to die. You don't have to have a metal thing in your heart.
Right.
I mean, I'd rather have part of me than
part of somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So when you say, "Oh, there's a little piece of you in me," you don't want that, right? It's almost like a cancer, then. Right?
Yeah, I'd rather have. I want to stay intact. You know.
Now, what do you think the next logical step is? Instead of just replacing original parts, you think they might upgrade?
Yeah, probably. If there's something that's has maybe a little something wrong, say, your ear's too big, you could make
Jim,
a
do you
smaller
need an
one.
upgrade?
No, not right now. I'm thinking about baseball right now, so it's all right.
Non-OEM.
Some muscle.
Nice.
Any parts you want to upgrade?
Oh, well, so I was thinking about like a kind of an organ that I would like to replace. It could be like a heart, like a second heart. It could be like the Bionic Man, or maybe another arm. I could be like some kind of new type of human. But actually, I was thinking I'd like a vagina.
What would you do with that?
Well, I was interested in seeing what it would be kind of like to be like kind of like a hermaphrodite.
Really?
But non-reproductive.
Because you
because I don't want to have a baby.
You don't want to have a baby with yourself?
Yeah, but it'd be interesting to have a vagina. I was thinking, yeah.
Okay. Where would you put
Now,
it?
would it be a
Exactly.
reversible process? Actually, because I would only want it for like about a week.
So you're not considering like you're like typical men. You don't want to buy. You just want to rent.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's like a boat.
Where would
it's
you
like a
put-
boat or a plane.
Where would you put your vagina?
Yeah,
Huh?
traditional position.
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Would it be somewhere else on your back, maybe? Or,
I didn't actually get that far in terms of where I would put my.
Because would you just be
My
screwing?
extra vagina-
Would you be screwing
Huh?
yourself, or would you have other people screw you? I'm just not getting it.
Well,
The
your wife could
possibilities
get
are
a
endless.
penis, and you could
You
get
know,
a
so
vagina.
I wouldn't even need a wife actually, or a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Sorry, dear.
But so you put it so that you can screw yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, like 5
Exactly.
centimeters.
But I only want it for like a week. I want to see what the experience is like.
so basically, you put it 5 centimeters away from your penis, right?
I think we're gonna get to that
Yeah,
story.
pretty much. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
on your hand.
Okay.
Ian, what are you thinking? What's your take on
well,
this?
you know, I think what was interesting. Well, besides his vagina monologue over there,
Which didn't work out too well.
I noticed in the article the one thing that they're not capable of actually building yet is your skin from scratch.
Right.
So it kind of reminds me of a car that you keep replacing all the parts inside, but you still need a good paint job on it. So it's like it'll be brand new on the inside whenever you run out of a part. I also think another byproduct of this potentiality is the possibility that people just start treating themselves like shit, kind of, you know, and be like, oh, whatever, I'll just buy a new one. We'll just, you know, I'll get another lung or I'll get another heart. It's not a big deal.
But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, well, it might be good for extreme sports or something like that.
Well,
You
if
know? Oh,
you-
well, don't worry, I'll just replace that arm.
But if you want to smoke all you want, you just get new lungs, right?
Well, that sounds perfect. Yeah, it's like
That's-
that guy on Star Trek. You remember when they wondered why he was smoking? They said we can replace all this stuff, and so he
Oh.
still kept smoking. On Next Generation, you remember?
Oh, okay.
There was some guy they had found in cold sleep. They had put him on cold
Oh,
sleep because he was
yeah.
rich,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
got lung cancer.
Okay.
I think I vaguely remember.
That was like the plot to also the plot to The Island. Michael Bay, or well, the Clonus, the
Yeah.
parts horror.
Yeah.
And plus the other, and the
sci-fi
same guy they
movies.
brought out was amazed the Braves won the World Series.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
So there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
But,
Oh, Elsa.
Well, will Repo Men
Interesting
start
thing.
coming to take these parts back if we can't make the
Oh,
payments?
which movie
like
was
the,
that?
Like the new
Oh, yeah,
Repo
yeah.
Men?
there was a movie, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So they'll come to take the parts back if we can't make the payments.
I think
They'll
Forrest
repossess.
I believe Forrest Whitaker was in that.
Yeah, right.
Did you audition for that?
No.
So basically, you can't replace the skin. So basically, it's still good. So with then the beauty's still only skin deep,
I know, right?
or is it what's inside that counts?
Well, everyone will be like these wrinkly things. We'll live on indefinitely. We'll have brand new parts on the inside, but again, the bad paint job.
The moisturizing industry will take off.
Right.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
but so you guys have all figured out which organs you're going to replace when they go wrong, right? If you figured out which organs you're most likely to replace, which one's most likely to break down first?
I guess my heart.
Okay.
Oh, if I only had a heart.
I'm thinking my liver, but
yeah.
what about you
Yeah,
guys?
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
have to
liver.
Sign on to that one, yeah.
All right, so we're okay. From new hearts to private parts. Issue number 2. Thank God he's getting a rod. A 39-year-old British security guard born without a penis is set to undergo a groundbreaking procedure. A new penis made from part of his arm. Andrew Wardle was born with an ectopic bladder, meaning it formed on the outside of his body. He had testicles, but not a penis. Sounds like a bunch of guys I know. Surgeons at the University College of London agreed to a complicated 3-part operation involving the transfer of skin from his forearm. Despite his lack of a penis, Mr. Wardle claims to be a hit with the ladies, claiming to have slept with more than 100. Quote, some were one-night stands, some were long-term relationships. I've told 20% of them the truth, unquote. What was the secret? I think we've got footage. Yeah, Jenna, what did I say about your uncle? I'd get him on the show eventually, but he didn't have to swap out my production videos while I wasn't working.
If that was my uncle, he'd be a lot hairier.
There you go. All right, let's see here. Alex, if if this was you as Mr. Wardle, would you be giving media interviews?
Sorry, I was like hypnotized by that clip. That was oddly.
Yeah, right.
Man born
Yeah.
without a penis. If you were born without a penis and you were getting surgery to get a new one, would you give interviews?
No, I would probably keep it secret. And it seems like his game count was pretty high, and he kept it kind of secret. Although I just don't buy that whole.
You don't
That whole
buy
like
what?
he only told like 20% of the people that 20% of the gals that he slept with. Because I'm thinking that all those gals decided to sleep with him because it's kind of like a gal sleeping with their girlfriend.
Right.
You know, just like their gal pal.
So how do you think he got away with it?
And maybe with a pillow fight in there too.
How do you think he got away with it?
How did he get away with it?
Yeah, sleeping with 100 women they didn't
I think it's
find
just.
out.
I think it's baloney. I think he really did tell them.
You're
and
not
it's just-
buying it.
I'm not buying it, of course.
Okay.
Well, he said he used he went in the drug world or something. Instead, he just couldn't get it up, and so he left his underwear on or something.
Yeah, that's
so that was a way he sold out of it.
Okay, can you think of a way
Yeah.
a
Instead,
man
instead
can get
he
away with it?
utilized ecstasy and LSD and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't."
Oh,
Can't get
okay.
aroused. That was his.
So he just
excuse.
showed up in bed with his
Yeah,
underwear.
he was like, "Oh, that's convenient," until he
See,
tried to.
you guys are
Yeah.
missing
Yeah.
something. Kate, can you
I
think of a way a
am.
man can sleep with a woman and not have a penis and have a woman not find out?
I thought of, maybe his fingers.
Okay, all right. And do you remember the episode of Friends where Monica said you can just be there for her?
Yes,
Okay, right?
you
so,
could.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
all.
He must be a expert.
So he spent a lot of time dining at the Y, right?
I suppose so.
Okay, all right. All right.
He developed a certain skill set. I could see how that would be a hit with the ladies.
That's right. He's a cunning linguist,
Yeah.
as they say.
Yeah.
Right? That's the
Exactly.
Yes.
Hey, Jenna.
exactly.
Now he said he told about 20% of them, and he claims to slept with over 100. So, what do you think his ex-girlfriend's reaction was when they found out? At least the 80%.
I would want someone to be upfront with me.
Right.
And
But
I mean-
no. But pretend you're one of the 80% that didn't know and slept with him and didn't realize he was lacking. What do you think their reaction would be when they found out?
Well, that explains that.
Anything else?
No?
Okay. All right. All right. All right, Ian. Yeah, okay, he claimed to have slept with over 100 women.
Mm-hmm.
Alex doesn't buy it because apparently Alex believes you have to have one. But do you buy it?
I buy it.
Okay.
I thought it was a terribly brave story too. It was. I mean, I always knew there was something wrong with Rent-A-Cops, but I just couldn't quite place my finger on it until this point. But now it makes sense. All bravado and nothing to back it up, so to speak.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not necessarily all bravado, just being there for them.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
He also said he worked as a bouncer, also, and a chef.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
He does look like a tough guy in his photos. Like
does,
he's like
right?
overcompensating. He's like
A bit,
"Grr."
yeah.
Yeah.
Very macho.
What kind
So-
of car do you think he drives?
Ferrari.
Right? Is that right?
Well, he lives
Camaro.
in England. He probably has like a small sports car of some kind.
No. Remember, big cars compensate.
Oh, yeah.
Big
But they don't
sport.
really have them in England. There's no parking. There's small cobblestone streets. He probably has a Fiat Sporty or something.
All right, we're done with the segment. Up next, what's it like to kill a man with your bare hands? Kate Swanson tells us about her time in the world of underground cage fighting after our next break. So you killed him with your thighs. Oh, sorry. Oh, issue number 3. It made her flinch that he was only an inch. A 52-year-old Taiwanese woman was granted a divorce from her husband of 4 years because he had a small penis. She also claimed that he failed on his promise to make love to her 3 times a week. Quote, "He penis so small, it's like a kid. It's only 5 centimeters long. We never had sex our entire marriage," she added. Probably not in that accent, but I just figured I just
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
dramatic places.
Yeah.
He declined, claimed that he was impotent, blaming the timing as to why he couldn't perform. Quote, "I prefer to have sex in the morning, but she wanted around midnight. By then I would be very tired," unquote. What made him so tired? Perhaps this.
Listen, boy. My first love story. My angel. And the girls. My sunshine.
I have truly seen it.
やめたいっそやなことなんて全速力回避せよ
Like the Asian Ed Gein.
青パセテルネイルナチュラルメイクゆるくわかる恋発生よ
Wow, Alex, that was a really good video. I didn't realize that was you in the back row on the left there.
I am trying to make it into the music
There you go.
music video
All right.
industry.
Take whatever jobs you can
All
get,
right.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's see here. Kate, 5-centimeter penis. You buy that or not?
I guess the woman said, she.
Well-
I don't know if they measured, but
But does that sound plausible as a size?
Luckily, I've never encountered it personally, but it's within the realm
Unless
of
it was a
plausibility.
baby boy, right?
It's about a baby boy size, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my knowledge
Actually.
of, my knowledge of metrics sucks since I'm an American.
Uh-huh.
What is 5 centimeters translate into inches? So, all right, what about a couple inches long?
yeah.
Do you think that was a flat? You think 5 centimeters is the flaccid length or the erect length?
Well, it sounded like he had never become erect. So,
Let's hope it's a grower, not a shower.
yeah,
Okay, there you go.
that was her complaint.
well. So
basically.
so if he so you think it was flaccid then? So
I think.
so perhaps it was her fault for not being able to get him to erect himself.
Yeah, I guess, because she wanted it at midnight.
There you go. Okay. Jenna, what's your take? 5 centimeters. You think that was the flaccid length or the erect length?
Well, considering her complaint, I would think erect length. Although then maybe it just never got that way.
Never got that way.
Because she wasn't getting it one way or the other. So.
Right. Now, do you think that, well, okay, if it was because he couldn't expand his horizon, so to speak, do you think that was her fault for failing to sufficiently get him going, or is it his fault for just being a turd?
Well, he wouldn't show the penis until they were married. I feel like he was doing a bait and switch, like he didn't want her to know it was so tiny, and then they didn't have marriage relations after they got married. They didn't have sex. So I don't know how to answer your question.
Okay.
I don't think, why would you blame her? He's the one that's not getting it up and she's asking for it.
Well, maybe well, Alex, what do you think this woman looks like?
I'm actually picturing a hot woman. I'm also wondering if he was also wearing his BVDs to bed as well, like the guy with no penis.
Oh, there you go.
And also for the viewers at home, I'm wondering, what is the size of the? So that is it this size or?
Less than that.
Less-
isn't it?
I think it's less than
like,
that.
It's like 1 1/4 or something.
No,
inches,
keep your
isn't it?
pants
feel
on,
better,
Alex.
I feel better.
don't
Jeez.
suffer. It's cold in the studio. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Ian, your take?
Wow. This was a strange story. I mean, I've heard rumors from female friends that this does exist. Feel sorry for the guy.
Right.
Seems like he had a lot of excuses, and who could really blame him with what he's working with?
Gals have been telling like.
Yeah. It probably had a lot of tension too. You know, people have already. He already feels very offended by it or worried, and has all these concerns. So it probably was. That pressure is probably really hard to
Women,
deal with.
please be understanding.
Yeah.
But
I mean, people with normal sizes already have that
Yeah,
pressure.
but aren't there pills that there are pills that address this problem? At least that's what I get in my internet email box.
Yeah.
But
well, perhaps he was already taking them, and it just vanishes from all existence while flaccid. You never know.
Because if the pill actually made him bigger, then man, his baseline
Yeah.
was really
Right.
That English guy's in there, dude. That's small. All right. So let's see, 3 times a week. I'll just throw out to the table as I go out. 3 times a week. Too much for a wife to ask from a husband, or not enough? 3 times a week.
Isn't that what the standard like mail order bride or fixed up relationship asks for? That's usually a clause.
I would not know.
They pay you $15,000 to get U.S. citizenship or something.
3
Read
times
about
a
it.
week.
Three
Too much?
Yeah, but
times
3
a
times a
week?
week is available.
Yeah, 3 times a week. Is that a little high? Or
Was
is it a
that in the
little low?
contract?
Yeah.
or-
That was what she
Yeah.
claimed was promised to
Yeah.
her.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I don't know. I shouldn't say anything anymore.
All right.
No, let's move on.
All right. Hey, from making love to making a meal. Issue number 4, she dated until her stomach was sated. Blogger Brittany Pierre of XO Jane admitted that she trolled dating websites and Craigslist for dates merely to bum free meals. Quote, a friend of mine suggested I sign up for OkCupid to get into the dating pool in NYC, but I had a different kind of plan. I decided I would use OkCupid and Craigslist, yes, even scary old Craigslist, so I could have dinner 3 times a week without opening my wallet because, let's face it, there wasn't anything in my wallet to begin with, unquote. She ended up talking with over 100 men and going on 60 dates in New York City. Why did she do this again? I think we have the real explanation here.
This is my. Okay, you gotta hurry. Wait.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's so not getting her deposit back. All right.
Ow.
Ian, woman dating just for a free meal, you approve or disapprove of this?
Well, I went on that date, actually. I live in New York City, as you guys well know.
You went out with her?
Yeah, I swear she looked familiar. I looked at the picture, and then I thought back on it. I remember, and I was like, oh, I thought we were going Dutch. I think I was the one guy that got away.
Did you really?
I'm like, yeah, well, this is a first date, and we're just getting to know each other.
Is that your normal routine? You just go Dutch with the women you date?
If it's the start, yeah. I mean, you have to already have some sort of romantic attraction, and you shouldn't expect it as well as what I've always felt. I mean, it's an equal opportunity world now, right? And,
Right.
they want to be equal, so
Where'd you go eat?
Trade off.
Where'd you go eat?
I took her to Yatango, a wonderful restaurant between 7th and 8th.
What kind of restaurant was it?
It's this French bistro, but it's a Burkina Fasoan French bistro, so the portions are larger.
I have no idea what that's all. Blah blah French restaurant. Yeah. See, I'm from I'm a little too Philistine.
I knew I recognized her from somewhere.
There we go. Jenna, approve or disapprove of this behavior? Dating to get free meals.
I feel very conflicted.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they arrange to go on a date, they arrange everything ahead of time, okay, that's fine. But then again, the people that are on this site, especially OkCupid, they're looking for a relationship, and she's looking for a meal.
How do
So
you
then
know
are they
that?
kind of...
How do you know people on OkCupid are looking for a relationship?
Okay, yeah, sure, there's an assumption there.
Well, it's not adult friend finder, Jim.
I
So-
actually wouldn't.
Yeah, OkCupid. They're
Yeah.
looking for a heart's
Yeah.
match, right?
Yeah, Cupid's arrow to hit them.
Okay, I'll take you guys' word for it, but okay.
Whereas Craigslist, okay, maybe they're not looking for that.
Alex,
Yeah.
you are the moral center of this panel. Compare her to a guy who only goes out on dates to sleep with women. Better or worse?
Better or worse?
Dating for meals or dating to get some? Which is worse?
I would say probably dating for meals.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying this despite the fact that your wife is watching you from in the audience here, right?
I'm hoping she's not listening. Although she's in this on the set as well. And by the way, ladies, I am taken.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. So you think that this is, so why do you think dating for meals is worse than dating to get laid?
It's very gold digger-ish. I think you expect maybe you could get laid on a date, and that seems natural. Whereas that whole meal thing, that's an economic thing in there, and I just don't like it.
It's a surprise attack.
Yeah, exactly. It's this ugly thing of money.
Too
in
bad
there.
we don't have video footage of our female crew members with their reaction to what you just said there. Kate, what's your reaction to Alex's statement there?
I think they're pretty much equal. If you go into it expecting something, well, you really should communicate a little better beforehand.
Yeah,
you
right.
know?
Wait a minute.
Are we going to go Dutch or are we not going to go Dutch? Are
No,
you
no,
looking
but-
for a one-night stand or not?
Yeah.
Really,
You
you
know?
expect guys to honestly communicate, hey, I'm just looking to score. Are you okay with that,
You know
baby?
what? It's surprisingly effective.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
work? Does it work on you?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a point
Sometimes.
question.
sometimes, you know,
Guys, Kate,
it works better than lying.
does it really?
Sure.
Ian, is that
Direct,
right?
honest approach. Yeah, I've always practiced brutal honesty. Like that guy on Lie to Me.
Okay.
That really just tells the truth. a
Brutal
little.
honesty?
Yeah, brutal. Maybe I used the wrong term. That's what I call it. I'm a bit brutal with things, heavy-handed. So.
You know, I wanted to
sure,
go
it
back
works.
to the whole. I don't know. Maybe it's normal in New York. When I was single, I was living in San Francisco, and there's this whole thing with like the paying for the date. That was kind of dear and near to my heart. I always found that women, even though they're very liberated and whatnot,
Yep.
you still have to pay for like the first date, because actually my female friends would like ask me. I asked them about their first date.
All right, Alex,
And the woman
finish
says,
up. We're getting to the end of the break.
I have no point on this. I'm
All
just
right.
droning on. All right, fine.
next.
I had a great point.
Filibuster.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Up
It was
next.
a really funny joke.
Up next, what should
All
the
right.
next Winter Olympic event be? Alex Klar will tell us after the next break when he talks about his new book, Whale Harpooning, the Winter Olympics version of the javelin. We're back from our second break, and this is where we get to the fact-checking segment of the show. This is where we find out where we went wrong on the show. And for that, we turn once again to Timothy Walton in our legal department. Hey, Timothy, how did we do today?
You know, Jim, it's hard to know where to begin. There's just so much that needs to be corrected. I want to start by pointing out that the panel mentioned Star Trek, The Island, and Repo Men, but neglected to ponder Gattaca, where entire bodies were grown for basically spare parts.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
It's just the stuff that's not off the top of our head, you know, Timothy, I guess. It's what we're, right?
Is there a reduction in points for each of the panelists?
I don't
Right.
know. We haven't figured that
We're
out.
out of time though with
Yeah,
that, right?
they're out.
Yeah.
That's right.
One more movie fish in there.
Logan's Run there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What else have we got, Timothy?
Well, Jim, I want to point out to you that your liver is not your first organ to go because you hardly use it. I think you're looking at a brain transplant in your future.
Well, I do use my brain a lot. But I like to think I don't abuse it, do I? Well, you know. I could always defrag the hard drive, right?
I've heard it's the one organ that doesn't actually age, really. It's the one that can almost go on indefinitely, right?
Yeah.
It's
Or-
all the paint huffing you do, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it might be the organ that we can't replace. But
Right.
anyways, what else you got, Timothy?
Well, I want to point out to Jenna, you really don't want guys to be honest with you.
You mean in general or about anything in particular, Timothy?
Anything
Leave us hanging. Wow.
ever.
Talk about
Don't
a
open that
cutting
door.
rip.
Yeah. It's a can of worms.
Oh boy.
Jeez.
I guess I'll go see no evil, hear no evil.
What else, Timothy?
Ian, you have to admit the security guard has balls.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
yeah, absolutely. But nothing to back it up.
Is it bangers or no mash? Or is it mash but no bangers? I always forget.
This is MASH? I don't know. Heck if I know.
Does he have bangers or no mash?
Well, bangers is the hot dog.
Frank and
so,
beans?
So he has
Yeah,
no bangers.
yeah.
He has no
Yeah.
Frank, but he's got beans.
Beans, yeah.
Right?
That's it. That's
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's got bangers too.
All right, we got that clear up, Timothy. Thanks a lot. What
No
else?
bangers.
You might all be interested to know that 5 centimeters is 1.9685 inches.
Almost two.
Okay, so almost two.
Oh.
Do you think it was flaccid or erect, Timothy?
I was not able to do research on that point.
Okay, all right.
But you got the point of it.
But, oh, no, I'm not asking you to do research. I'm just asking you for an opinion. Just speculate.
Decline to state.
Okay, all right. We got a minute left, Timothy. What else you got?
Kate, you and I both know that a guy asking for a one-night stand does not work with you.
Wow.
I thought we'd leave the green room
Yeah.
conversations, you know,
Sorry.
not bring it on the air here, you know, Timothy. But you know, whatever works. But well, no, I think some guys it'll work with her. Not all guys, Timothy.
It depends on
Maybe
the night.
Alex should give it a try.
All right, I am told, Timothy, we are out of time. So thank you very much. Hey. Thank you for watching the show. If you want to send any comments, questions, or anything else, the information of email, Twitter, and Facebook is right here down below. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Later.